Throughout the entire story of Re-Zero, one question remains unanswered. Why does Satella love Subaru? And the strangest part is that we're not talking about simple affection. Not admiration. Not an ordinary romance. We're talking about a love so intense that it transcends time, space, death, and even the very logic of the world itself. The problem? Nobody truly knows where those feelings came from. In fact, the more we learn about Satella, the more mysterious this question becomes. Because there's one detail many fans overlook. Maybe the real question was never, why does Satella love Subaru? Maybe the real question is, what does Satella know about Subaru that nobody else knows? At first, it's easy to assume that Satella simply chose Subaru for some special reason. After all, she was the one who gave him return by death. She was the one who completely changed his fate. And she continues to watch over him throughout the story. But there's a problem with that explanation. It doesn't answer the most important question. Because giving someone a power doesn't explain love. Especially not a love as extreme as the one Satella shows. Which leads to the first mystery. Did Satella fall in love with Subaru? Or did she already know him before the story even began? And this is where things start becoming strange. Because throughout Re-Zero, Satella behaves as if she already shares a deep connection with Subaru. A connection that existed long before the events we know. She doesn't speak to him like a stranger. She doesn't treat him like someone she has just met. Quite the opposite. Whenever she appears, her words carry a sense of familiarity. Almost as if she's reuniting with someone incredibly important. And that raises a dangerous possibility. Maybe there's a part of Subaru's story that we still haven't seen. This theory becomes even more interesting when we look at another detail. Satella doesn't behave this way toward anyone else. There are incredibly important characters in Re-Zero. Powerful individuals. Historical figures. People directly connected to the Witch of Envy herself. Yet none of them receive the same treatment. Only Subaru. Why? What makes him different from everyone else? And the more fans try to answer that question, the stronger one particular theory becomes. The theory of a previous connection. Because there's something fascinating about Re-Zero. Many of its greatest mysteries seem tied to the past. To events that still haven't been fully revealed. And some fans believe Subaru and Satella may share exactly that kind of hidden connection. Not necessarily through reincarnation. Not necessarily through a past life. But through something the story has not revealed yet. And if that's true, it would explain a lot. It would explain Satella's affection. It would explain her trust in Subaru. And it would explain why her behavior changes so dramatically whenever he's involved. But there's another detail that makes the mystery even stranger. Subaru himself. Because despite not fully understanding Satella, there are moments when he also displays unusual reactions. Strange emotions. Unexplained feelings. Moments that seem to hint at something deeper than what we've been shown. And that creates an interesting possibility. Maybe the mystery isn't only about Satella. Maybe Subaru is part of the answer as well. But there is another theory. And for many fans, it's the most unsettling one. What if Satella isn't in love with the Subaru we know? It sounds absurd. But think about it for a moment. Many of Re-Zero's biggest mysteries involve time. Timelines. Memories. Fate. So what if Satella knows a version of Subaru that we haven't seen yet? A future Subaru. A lost Subaru. Or a Subaru who existed under completely different circumstances. Suddenly, many pieces begin to fit together. Because that would explain why her love feels so absolute. So unwavering. So different from every other relationship in the series. But there's still one problem. None of these theories have been confirmed. And that's exactly what makes this mystery so fascinating. Because regardless of which theory you believe, one fact is impossible to ignore. Satella loves Subaru in a way that defies logic. It defies reason. It defies time. And it may even defy the very rules of Re-Zero itself. The more information the story reveals, the harder it becomes to believe that these feelings appeared by chance. There seems to be something much bigger hidden behind their connection. Something the author still hasn't fully revealed. And perhaps that's why this remains one of the biggest mysteries in the entire series. So why does Satella love Subaru? The most honest answer is, we still don't know. But the clues scattered throughout the story suggest that the truth could completely change everything we think we know about Re-Zero. Because maybe Satella doesn't love Subaru because of something he did. Maybe she loves him because of something we still haven't discovered. And if that's true, The final revelation could be even more shocking than any theory fans have come up with so far. What do you think? Which theory makes the most sense to you? Did Satella know Subaru before the story began? Do they share some hidden connection? Or is the real answer something nobody has even imagined yet? Let me know your theory in the comments.